Welcome to the You Don't Know podcast. I got my man right here, Glitchy Glitch.
Gang, gang.
I got
Sports.
Mr. Clean and your boy Frank Money. Let's get it. What we talking about today, boys?
What up, fellas? What up, fellas? How y'all
Good
feeling, man?
man, we
Talk to
good,
me.
we good, we good.
Give me
How you
some
doing,
good
Frank?
news, man. My Rangers are 7-2, baby. What we talking about? Life is great, bro. Life is
We're not
well.
talking about the Rangers, I'll tell you that much.
What we talking about?
um,
Bismarck Marlins
let me
are
start
five and
off.
two,
I
right?
know before we start talking
No,
about
five and
baseball,
five and four. 5 and 4.
5-4.
before we start talking about baseball, let me start.
Yep.
Bismarck, what do you think about this, Bismarck?
About the Knicks in general?
Yeah. And by
Or
the
about the
way,
front office? Yeah.
shout out to Carmelo Anthony.
Oh yeah, Hall of Fame. Clap it up for him.
Get in
Clap
the
it up
Hall
for
of
him.
Fame on the thing, man.
Yeah.
He's my
Congrats,
guy right
Melo.
there, man. That's a real god. What do you think about the in the next in perspective? I know you're a Nets fan, but
No, I still, I watch the Knicks because they're more entertaining than we are. Way more entertaining. Sad watching the Nets. But on topic, the Knicks problem is certain people know their role on the team. Most of the team doesn't know their role. Josh Hart knows his role on the team. He's the energy guy. He's the do everything guy. He's the dirty guy. He gets all the dirty work done, like Isaiah Hartenstein used to do last year. You got Cat. He knows his role. He's the number two option. Brunson knows his role, but with Brunson out, people like Mikal Bridges, other dudes that come off the bench, and they're supposed to produce minimally next to Brunson, but they're not
yeah,
doing that because they don't know what to do now without Brunson. Brunson was there. Okay, I'm watching him do what he does. He's gonna let me do what I do. Now they have to create their own shots. They have to create their own rebound opportunities. They have to do this, that, and the third. It's not an established role that they have on the team right now, especially without
yeah,
Brunson.
of
So I think
course.
that's the issue. So going back to what Noel said with getting another piece, that's going to be one of the big focuses. A guy that anchors the entire offense or entire defense around these three players, and you can also include Josh Hart, the mystery player that they end up signing, Brunson, Cat. They'll know their roles, and everybody else moves around them. Right now, nobody knows their role except for Cat and Hart.
Okay. Uh, uh, like, see, you telling me you're gonna give me a a 5 star, like top 5 star, and you be like, here, I'm gonna give you people that are gonna get hurt and a pick. And they're gonna be like, yeah, why not? Well, we would no, they would not. They'd be like, get the fuck out my fucking page. Don't email me no more. Get the fuck out of here, all right? Because I don't want to hear your fucking mouth. That's exactly what I would say. If I was over there, I would be typing like, this morons from the Knicks name fucking glitch tried trading me this guys. No, no,
So
absolutely not.
who would you add to the package? The question
Or
was never who would the Bucks want. Is who would you put in that package?
No,
You're
no, no,
not
no, no,
understanding
no.
my question.
That you talking about Giannis. I never mentioned him. Great
Yo,
player.
bro,
I have nothing against him.
I'm done.
However,
I'm done.
there's nobody in the Knicks that we could give up unless they're big stars. We already gave up the picks, and we don't have a bench.
but
If we
who
I,
said
get
Josh Hart needs to be one of those pieces?
shut the fuck up because I'm talking.
would
Shut
you
the
add
fuck up.
would you
I
add
will
Bridges to the
literally I will literally fucking turn the fucking thing upside down.
you would probably about that shit.
There is nobody for us to give because the problem is the trade aspect of it. We're gonna be trading stars. All right. We can afford it again. We need bench depth. That's all we need. I don't care about Giannis. Great player if he comes. Yeah, we're gonna have to give a lot, but we don't have nothing to give. We need somebody to come off the bench and like give Brunson some minutes to relax and fucking rock and be able to do it. We don't have that. We don't have that in the center position. We don't have that in the point guard position. We don't have that in no position to come off the bench. That's what we need. I don't care about nothing else. We are good as starters if we healthy, and I feel like we're doing all right.
All right, bro, you ruined this moment. So let's move on to base. Of course, I think the Dodgers are going to win the division, but I think the Padres and the Giants, especially when they have head-to-head matchups, games are going to be crazy.
What do you guys think about the Dodgers pitcher, the Japanese guy that they signed for a big contract? And again, he was crying, but then today he had a good outing. No, I'm not gonna say good outing. He had a decent outing. What do you think it comes from him? I keep hearing stories that Otani might come by September. As for us, Gary Cole, by the way, he might come in September.
Mm.
Um, they're doing great progress pitching. What do you think about that pitcher that they got? Because Blake Snell struggled as well too. In the Dodgers outing, he was getting rocked.
Yeah, Blake Snow was getting hit around.
Yeah, he got rocked. So, what what do you think about is going on with their pitching wise?
Well, for Roki, I think he's going to be good. I just think he has to get accustomed to playing in the MLB. The batters are better, the teams are better, the competition is a different level. Even though Japan competition is really good, but there's nothing like the MLB. That's why it's the Premier League. But I think he's going to be good, and I just think as the season progresses, he's gonna get more confident, and he's gonna be able to pitch better in bigger games. And he has the best support team he could possibly have with um
What do you think about him crying though? Do you think that's like
that's real, bro. That's emotions. That's you knowing
no, not
that there's expectations for you and you say
in general in the Mets? What do you guys think about this ball going around?
they're
I
five
don't
and three, they're second in that no.
third.
They who's in second?
I think the Phillies are first.
Yeah. Now they're
No,
they're
sorry, yeah, they're ahead of us. Never mind.
yeah, because you guys are 5 and 4. You get
Yeah,
that loss on you. Um I think they're trying to find themselves. I know this guy at the top of the lineup, Lindor, is still struggling. He just had a baby recently, so uh, I think for a couple of games you could just tell that he had other things in mind. I saw there was a game that he made like 2 errors that
Yeah, yeah,
that
that's true. Yep, yep,
I've
yep, yep.
never seen him do before. It's his life, man. But I think the Mets are gonna be fine, and I think Philly's gonna stay in first place for a little while, and then Atlanta's gonna turn it around, and Atlanta and the Mets are gonna have some interesting games down the line.
Tough division. Very tough division right there. What do you think, Besmore?
I think the Mets are going to be the Mets. It's basically the
I
same.
agree with you 100%.
This is basically the same team from last
I
year.
agree with you 100%.
They added Soto. They got some pitching. They got you guys' old closer, their number 2 starter. But I think they're gonna be fine. I don't see any big weakness on the team other than Matt. Oh, sorry. What's his name? Vientos, third baseman. That's his name, right?
Like,
For the Mets.
Who-
Vientos isn't hitting right now.
So
That's the only
the
big glaring
where
thing.
do you think in this division in the future, let's say come into playoff, what do you think the Mets land on? Do you think they make the playoff, or do you think they even make a wild card if they can? I don't think they will, in my opinion, because I feel like I see Philly and the Braves fighting, even though the Braves always struggle with injuries, but I don't see the Mets going anywhere else besides that, besides
Yeah,
being a
I
third
think the
place.
Mets go in as the first wild card team.
And a big thing. And we're gonna get to Rafael Devers in a few, but like, it's crazy how this division is just up for grabs, and Texas
not
came out
up,
of nowhere.
not up for grabs. It's for Texas to lose, and they're not gonna.
If it's for Texas to lose, my bad.
There's no
And
team,
here again,
no team built like this team, brother. You got a mixture of veterans with some young guys that could fucking hit, and some young guys that could fucking pitch. Jack
and you
Leiter.
said some young guys they cannot go over fucking 2 runs. Do you understand that? And they're saying young guys could hit.
We
Fuck
scored today.
you.
We scored 6 runs today.
And congrats. Can we move to another team?
He's a really good shortstop, and he deserves that money that he got. I think the Braves fucked up by letting him go, man.
Who, Swanson?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Oh man, that's a great player, dude. That's a great
they
player.
fucked up by letting him go, bro. That team really could have been even more solid. And I think for how poorly the Braves perform in the playoffs, I think having a guy like Swanson playing short and in the middle of that lineup or at the top of that lineup would have made a real difference. But whatever, that's on them. The Braves make bad decisions, bro. They should have never let go um of Freeman either. I don't think
or Max Fried. No offense to you, Frank, but
Freed too, yeah.
that's not a pitcher you let go.
Legit. I don't know what the fuck is happening over there.
Well, to be honest, at the end of the day, even with them losing them, I'm not gonna give him benefit of the doubt. Don't get me wrong, but they do still have a great team. You know, you still have Osuna there, and you have Marcel. You,
Yeah,
you,
yeah, he's
you,
hitting
the,
baseball
the,
for his wife.
you have such a great team there. Matt
This is
Olson
that
still,
you
you
have
still have,
there and you have Marcel. The same person you have him talking.
and
You don't
no,
know sports. You don't know sports, bro.
I don't know sports. And then you got Matt Olson. Yo,
Clip that right there. He admitted
the
it.
team is
You
fucking
don't know
crazy.
sports. Yeah, you don't know
Bugging out.
sports.
How about Martin?
I'm literally giving you a fucking big picture, right?
Osuna had a good year last year.
You got Osuna, you got Marcel, right?
That's the same
And
dude, bro.
no, they're not.
What's Osuna?
Go fucking fuck him up wherever he's at.
Bro, me and Jim told me his trophy case looks exactly the same. There's nothing in it because he didn't win shit, just like me. That's why I'm doing a podcast and I'm not in the Hall of Fame.
He's wearing a Marlins jersey.
This is a jacket, you dumb bitch.
You fucking dumb bitch, because you're never gonna win nothing. Because you suck. Fuck you. Let me tell you something now.
What happened in '03?
What?
What happened
Were
in
you a
'03?
were you a fan back then?
What happened in '03?
Were you a fan back then?
What happened in '03?
Were you a fan back then? I want to hear it.
What happened in '03?
Of course, you were not a fan.
And
Why? Because you
you
were a
talk about the
Cardinals
Indians. What
fan.
happened in '96?
You were doing this. You are a fucking bitch. You don't belong in wearing anything. You're a Cardinals fan. You're a Yankees fan. You're
I
a
was never a
Marlins
Yankee.
fan. Yeah,
I
okay.
was never a Yankees fan.
Fuck out of here. You say, let's go Yankees.
I said, let's go, Abe.
Fuck out of here.
That's about it.
Bro, so Jim told me made it to the Hall of Fame and was a five-time All-Star. Those are the only accolades he has.
Yeah, his trophy case, my trophy case, exactly alike.
That's not true. Because he didn't make it to the All Star.
What do you get for an All Star game?
Yeah, you don't get nothing. A jersey.
You did just get the jersey that you play
But he
in.
has a ring. He has a ring. So I don't understand why you're getting
I'm
so
pretty
mad.
sure they give you
Why are
something.
you getting so mad about Jim Tomey, by the way? Why are you getting so mad about Jim Tomey?
I'm pretty
Jim
sure
Tomey, 500 plus
they get
home
a
runs.
612, by the
They
way.
give you something when you get into the Hall of Fame, though.
500 plus home runs.
612.
I don't give a fuck. Why are you so mad about Jim Tomey, though?
I said he can't catch. Same
What
as
do you
Devers.
mean?
Same as Devers. He could be a
He
Hall of
had a way better glove than
without a glove.
Devers.
Fellas, how we feeling, man? How we feeling? Yo, episode 3, man. Shout out to episode 3, bro. Man, it's frozen, bro. Yo, you good?
I'm chilling, man. I'm
Kettle one.
excited. I was wanting this to, go on a long time ago, but I'm still like confused. What do you guys think about, where the playoff aspect going on? I mean, we still have a lot of game to go,
Well, NBA?
but no, just in MLB.
Oh, the
I
playoff
mean,
picture, you mean? Like who's making?
yeah, just the picture wise, like, what do you think in every division where you think everybody's gonna land? Like, it gets crazy nowadays, especially with the torpedo bat and all that. People
I think
giving us ass. But where you think every division aspect, where do you think your number one, going to right here?
and I think Texas is gonna win 90 plus games.
I see
But
that
you
happen.
think, yeah, but you think they win that division though, right?
1,000%, bro.
Uh-huh. All right. So what do you keep going? What's the other division?
I think the Yankees are gonna win.
I love that you said that though. Like
No,
damn,
I'm not saying the division. I'm saying I'm trying to guess how many games they're gonna win.
no, we're talking about divisions.
I know. Uh,
What do you think Miami's gonna land at? You dumb bitch.
Third place.
no, fourth.
Not even close. Not even close. You're gonna be sitting in the back, and then Sandy's gonna land somewhere in the Yankees.
Honestly, bro, I can see the Marlins in fifth place. I think the Nationals could edge them.
Hey yo,
You said
I
Sandy?
don't
They're
want
gonna add
that.
Sandy?
Bro, listen, bro. Put the fucking Miller Lite down. Listen.
He's gonna pick up the Kettle One now.
Yeah, I was about to do the same thing. Yeah, yeah, top shit.
I think the
You
Marlins
know,
will finish in fifth place and the Nationals are gonna finish fourth.